matter 物质。So matter has mass and occupied space. 物质是有质量和占据空间。The balloon filled with air is heavier and occupied space. No matter are sound, heat, light, shadow, and time because no mass and no occupied space. Physical property 呢，就是它的物理的特性 are features of the substances that can be identified by our five human sense or measure tool without changing its chemical composition. Example are melting point, boiling point, solubility, heat conductivity. Chemical properties 就是化学特性 are properties that change a substances into a different substance. For example, rusting and flammability. 所以 chemical property 呢会改变它原本的特性，变成一个新的东西。Density 就是密度 ，to determine whether an object float or sink. Formula 呢就是把它的 mass 除以它的 volume. Example 237 gram 除以30 cm3， 你会得到的是 7.9 gram over cm3。水的 density 呢是 E， 所以如果少过 E 的话，它就会浮在上面；大于 E 呢，它就会沉在下面。所以这图里面最大的是 mercury， 最小的是 coke。Melting point and boiling point。我们先看 distilled water， 在0度的时候，固体会变成液体 ，OK， 就是 melting 了。那么在100度的时候，液体会变成气体，就是 boiling 了。那么在 room temperature 呢是 liquid。第二个 example 呢是 oxygen， 在 negative 218度的时候，从 solid 变去 liquid 了。意思说，如果你要把它变回去 solid 的话，你必须要更冷，就是 negative 219，或者是更冷。而 boiling point 呢是从 liquid 变去 gas， 所以在减183度的时候，它是 liquid。OK， 那么你要把它变回去 liquid 的话，要减184度，或者是更加冷。In room temperature 的话 ，oxygen in gaseous state。所以 conclusion 是不同的东西，它有不同的 melting point， 还有 boiling point。Solubility 溶解 ，the ability of substance to dissolve in a solvent to form a solution at a certain temperature。所以盐呢是 solute， 水呢是 solvent， 掺起来的话就变成 solution， 就是一个salt solution。Factors that affect the rate of solubility 有4个因素影响它的溶解的快慢。比如说 stirring， 你 stir 的越快的话，所以它溶解的越快。然后 the higher the temperature of solvent, the higher the rate of dissolving the solute. The higher the volume of the solvent， 意思说越多水 ，the higher the rate of dissolving the solute. The finer the solute, the greater the rate of dissolving， 意思说越小的盐，它就溶解的比较快。The kinetic theory of matter。Matter is a composed of the tiny sacred particles， 意思说它没有方向，乱乱撞的。They are constantly moving in all direction. The three states of matter， 所以我们有 solid, liquid 跟 gas， 所以 solid 的 arrangement of particles is tightly and close together. For liquid, particles are less close. For gas, particles are far from each other. Space between the particles for solid very small, liquid small, for gas large. Movement of particles for solid vibrate in the fixed position, liquid move freely, randomly, slowly, and collide with one another. For gas, move freely, randomly, quickly, and constantly collide with one another. 好 ，for solid 它的形状呢是 fixed 了 ，liquid 呢就是 follow 那个 container 啦 ，gas 也是一样 follow 那个 container。Volume for solid 呢是 fixed 了 ，liquid 呢也是 fixed，gas 呢是 not fixed 的。OK， 因为你放进不同的那个 container， 它的 volume 会改变。所以 solid 呢就 cannot be compressed，liquid 呢 difficult to compress，gas easily compressed。接着我们来看的是叫 rate of diffusion 渗透率 ，is from high concentration to low concentration in space between the particles. Diffusion in solid is slow because the space between particles of solid is very small. For liquid, after few hours, the blue color of copper sulfate move in the space between the water. 意思它几个小时才可以完成这个 diffusion. The rate of diffusion is fast in gas because the space between gas particles is large. 所以它马上呢就可以把那个空间给填满了。所以 the rate of diffusion is fastest. changing the arrangement of particles depending on the temperature. So as the temperature increases, the particle will absorb more heat and change the state. If the particles lost heat is released, so it will change from gases to liquid, liquid to solid. When matter absorb heat and their kinetic energy increase. When the matter is cold, the particle moves slowly and kinetic energy decrease. Use the kinetic theory to explain the process of evaporation, boiling, condensation, sublimation, melting, and freezing. Boiling, the particle of liquid receive enough energy to overcome the force of attraction between the particles, from liquid will change to gas. For freezing, when the liquid is cold, the particle lost energy and the force of attraction between the particle increase, so the liquid change to solid. 比如说，现在我们 heat 一个 ice， 所以它的 temperature 呢是从0度慢慢增加，然后就从了 solid 变去 liquid。所以 as the temperature increase, so the liquid will change to gas. Okay, this process we call boiling. 这1到3分钟，你可以看它 temperature 是 constant 的。为什么呢？这是因为 it need the more energy to overcome the force between the particles. Mass remain constant when ice change into water. Mass remain constant when salt dissolve in the water. Mass remain constant when the solid expand.